Hello, today we're going to be reading from Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories, Volume 1, page 21, How Tony Made Up. "It was your fault," snapped Tony, pointing to the broken doll. "No, it wasn't. You did it," said Burley. "Didn't? You did. Didn't I tell you? You did, I tell you. You're just a horrid thing. And so are you." Tony reached over and pulled Burley's hair, which he knew she hated most of anything. And then the fight was on. Hearing the noise, Mama came rushing out of the house. "You naughty, naughty children," she cried. "Stop it at once." Two tear-stained faces looked up at Mama. "Tony smashed the head of my best doll," wailed Burley. "I didn't. She dropped it on the sidewalk herself." "But he did break it. He ran into me with his scooter and knocked it out of my hands." "I couldn't help it. You should have held onto it properly. Anyway, it was only a moldy old doll." "It wasn't. It was my very best doll." And poor Burley burst into tears again. Now, said Mama. "Two big children such as you mustn't quarrel like this. Come in and sit down until you have both become quiet." Burley went up to her bedroom, but Tony sat down on the sofa in the dining room and tried to look innocent, so as to get permission to go out and play again. Presently, Mama came in and sat down by him. "You and Burley always seem to be quarreling," she said. "Why is it?" "Oh, I don't know," said Tony. "She's so cross." "But she thinks you're cross." "I'm not. She is." But don't you think it is a pity always to be quarreling? You're just like two pussycats." "Well, yes, I suppose we are." "Suppose she were to get very ill and die. Wouldn't you be sorry?" "Perhaps a bit." "Well, love her while you have her," said Mama, giving Tony a kiss and hurrying out to the kitchen, where a great spluttering of steam told her that the kettle was boiling over. Tony sat still, thinking. Perhaps Burley wasn't such a bad sister after all. Only a month ago she had given him a new railroad game for his birthday, and that out of her own savings. Certainly he should not have been so mean as to pull her hair and slap her face. Maybe she did love the old doll more than he realized. He walked across the room and looked out of the window where was the poor headless doll lying there. It had fallen on the cement walk. It was a rather tragic sight, but it gave Tony an idea. Creeping softly downstairs, he went to his room, opened a drawer, took something out, and put it into his pocket. Then he went downstairs again and out into the garden, where the doll lay. Picking it up, he put it under his coat. For being a boy, he didn't want anyone to see him with it. And out of the gate he went, down to the town. In half an hour he was back. "Where's Burley?" he asked Mama. "Upstairs. She is still crying about her doll." Tony went up to Burley's room and, softly pushing the door open, went in. Burley was sitting on a stool, sobbing to herself. She did not seem to notice Tony come in. Tony went across and sat down beside her. Burley, no answer. Tony moved along the stool and put his arm around Burley's neck. "Burley, I am very sorry," he said. "I don't believe you are." More sobs. "But I am," said Tony. "Your doll is quite all right. I've had a new head put on it, and I paid for it myself out of my own money box." Tony began to undo the brown paper around the doll. Burley looked up at last. "Oh, what a pretty face you've chosen," she cried, tears all forgotten. "Yes, and I'm going to try not to be cross with you anymore. You are a dear big brother." Burley put her little face up on to Tony's, and they kissed each other. And ever after that, when they were tempted to get cross with each other, they thought of the day when Tony did that great big thing and made up.